Radical joy, transformation through radical joy. I think we can just have an open conversation. Dante, I thought Aisha and Gloria were gonna join us, but yeah, how do you feel about radical joy?
Um, Radical joy is a beautiful thing. Um, it is a very beautiful thing. I
Yeah, I hear you. So, mhm. I don't know. Still, um, if folks can hear me, can you hear me? I can't see the comments.
You are you are doing good. We can hear you. Everything's great.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
that's good.
All right. Yes. So I guess, yeah. Dante, are you there?
Hello?
We can hear you, Dante.
Okay, perfect. I think my internet is acting up a bit. Sorry about that.
You were looking great.
Okay,
Oh, there we go.
okay, yes. So what was the question again? Sorry, I kind of.
Radical joy. How was your experience in fact, creating, contributing to unpacking Black Trans Legacy?
Oh, you should have a part two. It was great.
I hear you. Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing to have a safe space to tell our stories and yeah, let the world see that we out here having fun and doing stuff, even though they make it difficult. We still do it,
Mhm,
and we still have
mhm,
fun doing it. You should see how we
mhm.
celebrate after we hit a goal.
Yeah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. So, Radical Joy should have a part two. We should do
Yes.
it again and again and again.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, radical joy, is um it's unconditional and it's so contagious. It's so contagious. It's so contagious. And yeah, in creating unpacking Black Trans Legacy, being able to share my experience personally, and also uh, being in space where I have the other trans folks, other Black trans folks who are sharing their experiences, sharing their stories, like the intersectionality and the intergeneration between everybody who shared what Black trans legacy means and what radical joy looks like. I'll be diving into a presentation about radical joy, but I think it is within, like tapping within it, being able to tap into your inner joy, allowing yourself to access it freely. I think that's trans people, because trans people are just, swimming in it, at all time we can access that part of, I guess, our joy, in how we show up despite experiencing challenges outside and beyond. Yeah. Joy will give us the strength to move forward. Yes, I
Yes,
agree.
yes, yes.
Mhm. how do you see your joy, Dante, radical joy, manifesting your work? Because you're an artist.
Um,
Huh? Sorry, not to put you on the spot, you know. I just kidding. You know.
how does it show up in my work? Joy. It's being able to do the work
Mm,
and willingly do it without fear.
mm,
And once that work is complete, regardless of what they're gonna say,
mhm.
it makes me happy. And then when other people see the work and they don't know yet that it's a trans man who did it, they're like, "Oh my God, that looks so good."
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it is absolutely it's an amazing thing, and I'm grateful and thankful that I get to wake up each day and choose joy. Yeah.
Yeah. Gloria is saying radical joy, it involved finding joy even in the face of adversity or difficult situation, emphasizing resiliency and the ability to cultivate happiness despite the challenges. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I like Dante, back to you. I like how how you show up with, how you choose joy every day. Um Curious for any other trans person out there, what would you, especially after seeing a documentary, also sharing your experience. I'm asking that question, but I'm also asking it for myself. Watching the documentary, and yeah, and they find it hard to always choose joy
It's
every day.
choosing joy every day is hard because every day you wake up, you are still you. You are still the person that they wish would just not be trans. You are still you, and society tells you not to be you. So going against adversity and choosing joy, it's not an easy thing. It's not easy at all, but if you choose joy, you win. If you don't, they win. So you just got to wake up each day and ask, are you choosing to win or are you choosing to let them win? And that's how I make the decision of choosing joy, because I'm a flying black trans man, and why should I not be happy? Right? Right.
Yeah,
Did I answer your question, bro?
you did.
Wonderful. Yes.
You did. You did. I know, like Gloria said, like even in the face of, adversities, challenges, stressful, situations, we still choose joy, you know.
Hmm.
Um, I personally believe radical joy has the power to transform and change, you know, but the parties having my own awareness uh, of what is what I can control and control the controllable, you know, uh, with that awareness to know what I can control and what I can't control, as being part of the remedy of my radical joy, and knowing that situations are not permanent, and we learn from them. But if we approach things with from a place of love, from a place of joy, from a place of that abundance, you know, um, it's just so rewarding and abundant. So really, radical joy, can be used as a tool, just like people use hunger, just like people use hatred, to hate people, just like people use, whatever, emotions they use.
Mm-hmm.
Uplifting, joy. And also radical joy means, to me, radical joy also means holding space for your fear, for your pain, for your, hunger, for the unknown, holding space for the unknown, but letting joy take the lead, you know. Yeah, it is hard feeling joy when you feel like you are stuck, waiting years to look like how you feel. It takes courage and strength to find joy each day. Yes.
About that, from a Nikki Thorne, or I hope I pronounced that right. Um, just talking from experience about waiting to look like how you feel. Um, as Speaking from my experience as a privileged passing trans man, I don't wake up every day feeling like how I look. Some days I get up and I'm like, I wish there was more of something that's more masculine. So the task is to change that outlook and start to feel like how you'd want to look. That's all I got to say to that person. Just change your perspective, and you will find joy.
To thank you. To add on that, to add on that, um, yeah. First of all, is I want to appreciate your awareness, Nikki, to that. Um, but to add on what my brother said, I'll say joy is within you, you know, it's deeply within you. And you need to allow yourself, you need to, let yourself like dive deep right there and access it. Most of the time, so many things that happen for our experience, especially sometimes sometimes you can stand up and look in the mirror and what you see is not what you want, and
Hmm.
that can just trigger something or activate something, you know. So listening to your body, I would say one thing is being able to listen to my body, to allow my body to feel, and not control it, and not tense it, and just let it be, and invite a firm joy in my existence, in my work, in what I do every other day. Even I have notes, I have small notes, right? Like written around my bedroom. You get what I'm saying? Right? Because
Yeah.
that helps. It might crazily take a while, but as baby steps. The joy is within you. You.
Yes, yes, it
Yes.
is. It absolutely is. As for what Edward is saying, it's crazy the idea of passing. Yes, society does put on us what a man or a woman should be, and that's why I get joy in shattering people's image of who I am, because they'll see me and they're like, "Whoa, this guy got a BBC," and I'm like, "Nope, it's in the closet." I enjoy doing that for reasons
Uh,
that you're not going to place that on me and think that that's how I live my life. So yes, Edward, people do that out there, and it kind of sucks, but as long as I'm alive, I'll they'll know pretty much. Yeah.
I ah
I'm sorry.
in
My
the closet.
apologies, but yeah, it's in the
No, I
closet.
feel
It's
like, no, it's space we can talk about this, We
mhm.
rarely have these conversations, you
Passing
know.
based.
Yeah, passing is based a lot on safety saddles. I agree.
Hmm.
I agree. But me, I say still, when it comes to passing, I acknowledge the privilege I have, but I don't want to pass. So if
Me
anyone
either.
asks me who I am, I don't want to pass. I'll tell them I am trans, you know. No, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I will openly introduce myself. I guess I see that the privilege that folks in Uganda, the community, the trans community in Uganda, LGBT folks in Uganda, don't have that privilege to introduce themselves or to walk on streets, as their authentic self, because it's illegal, you know, it is illegal. So me being able to even like express my authentic self, it gives them hope. It gives them hope. You don't know who you impact in just the way you live your life. In just the way you allow yourself to let joy take over. You don't know how many people you impact. Maybe try
Hmm.
something today. Just lay down and joy come take over. You get what I'm saying? And let joy invite joy within your work, within your spaces, within your identities, within how you show up. And don't fight it. We we just because when it starts overflowing and everybody around you will access it. Yes. Add something. Anything to say? Anything else to say?
Everything's been great
Or
so far. I don't know. Everything has been
Mhm.
absolutely amazing, but as it has to do with passing and safety, yes, it is about safety, but I think society brainwashed us into thinking we are not safe,
Mhm.
but you are safe. Just stand in your truth.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all I gotta add to that. We are all safe.
I agree.
Let's change the narrative.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I agree. Safety is, within as
It
well.
is within. Yep, it is. You create your own reality by how you think of yourself. So believe you're safe, and from take it from me, Jamaican, one of the most homophobic and transphobic places in the world, you are safe. Yeah, uh, that's all I gotta add to that.
Mhm. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to get my presentation ready of Radical Joy. Gloria, do you have anything to say while I get this presentation ready?
Yeah. For me, I think one of the things that I've learned from just allowing yourself to enjoy that joy, let the joy flow from within. You don't have to wait um, for you to get the joy from outside or from someone else. And just being in Rarika space, Rarika family, that joy We cannot hide it. We cannot hide it, and it keeps us going. Like it's just, it gives us the desire to keep on going despite the challenges, despite the barriers. It gives us hope, like to keep on fighting. Yeah, radical joy is just so beautiful. Yeah.
Katiiti.
Buyeka, buyeka. Mm.
Yeah. Well, I think I got the presentation ready. Um, I don't know how to share it, to share the screen or present. Need some help with tech. Renee, come back. Come back. Might need some help with tech to present
Okay,
the
what's it saying right now when you when you hit present the screen? What is it saying?
present.
Yeah, hit that present.
It says slides, video, or share
Go
screen.
share screen,
Okay.
and then is it a Chrome tab like your Canva?
Oh, yes. Here, I
Okay,
got it.
okay, and then pick the Canva, the appropriate one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see?
not yet. Hit share at the bottom. Did oh, there we go. We got it. Rock
Is
and
it
roll.
there?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Perfect.
Gloria and Dante, you want to stay on screen? Or do you want me to take you off? You're good. I'll leave you.
Oh, okay. We can just stop the cam.
Yes, radical joy, yes. So we don't often talk about radical joy. This conversation is always not talked about. Same like relationships, about me, who is Adebayo, Tonight, let me just define myself as a bundle of joy and a ball rolling energy. That is me, you know. Radical joy. Radical joy is one such self-care practice that can provide refuge, healing, and energy for the continued hard work that needs to be done. Radical joy is an intentional practice of actively seeking and allowing the embodiment of joy in an effort to create spaciousness in the heart that support resilience and health. I got joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Do you feel joy down in your heart? Allow yourself to access that, in tune into, have these, be intentional about it, you know? Mhm. Here we go. When does joy become radical? Help me here. I do have Dante and Gloria on screen, so help me out. Open interaction. When does joy become radical? Feel free to even post in the chat, post in the comment. When do you think joy become radical? When do you think joy become radical? When you push against the norms. Yes, when you push against the norms. When you love yourself, even in stressful times, challenging times, you still choose to live with joy, When others' comments don't harm you, You know, these are always when society says you should not have it. Yeah, yeah, you know, exactly. When society says you should not have it, yes, keep those comments coming. Keep those comments coming. When does joy become radical? What is it about joy? You know, some of the pieces, and I'm sharing from a lived experience perspective. Joy is being grateful of what you have and have overcome. You know, being grateful of what you have and what you have overcome. Do you relate to that? Do you relate to that? Joy is radical when you express it. As Dante said, when you have joy, you win. When you don't, they win. Strong quote, Dante. Strong quote. When you prioritize your happiness and safety. Joy is being grateful of what you have and what you have overcome. Joy is an awesome experience with your wounded parts and healed parts of you. Yes, if you joy is an awesome experience, the experience you have with your wounded parts, being able, you know, to be wounded but still be showing up in a joyous, radical joyous way. When I talk about wounded, in trans communities, in refugee communities, being able not to have a shelter, not to know what you're gonna eat tomorrow, long waiting list to access gender affirming care, you know. So you being able to access and have that kind of awareness and experience about radical joy, about joy, together with when you're happy, when you have healed those parts of you, after you get your top surgery, you know, and still portray joy. Joy is not a personal pleaser. Joy is also holding space for sadness, hunger, and shame. Let that sink in a little bit. So many things people tell us and we feel ashamed of ourselves. We feel hunger. We've been told hunger is very bad. We can't express hunger. But if people do wrong to you, you are allowed to tap into your hunger and express it intentionally, respectfully. You should learn to hold space for that. If you're going to live with radical joy, you have to address your shame. Start about steps of how you can heal yourself. Because we are the medicine. You are the medicine. Joy is holding space for sadness and hunger. Once again, joy is an experience of connection. Let that sink in again. Joy is an experience of connection. If you experience connection with other people, you know, how beautiful it is. How beautiful it was to connect with you, Renee. Look where I am. How beautiful it was to connect with you, Gloria, Dante, everybody, Edward. You get what I'm saying? All of you know, how that, you know, is even just feeling, recharging my cup. You get what I'm saying? Connection. Ways to practice self-care through radical joy. Yes, I did this presentation specifically. You know, hope your land gets something, all your listening. Train your body to recognize joy. Feel deeply into how joy is embodied for you. So in this, there was a question about, you know, waking up. I think it was a question from Nikki. And my answer, this is one of the ways you can practice. Recognize joy. If someone does something good for you and you're happy, recognize it. You know, If you see some, maybe watch a TV and then you smile, or a comedy, something makes you happy, recognize those moments, capture them. Don't let them just pass, and then feel them deeply. Feel that, allow them to take you to the source of your joy, because it is embodied within you. Unplug and seek out joy. Do things that bring you joy. So it's okay. Remove that socket out. Unplug yourself. You can unplug yourself from the world for a moment. Take your computers off. Take your phones off. Take everything off that will invite outside energies, world energies into your environment. And do anything that brings you joy. Cook yourself if cooking yourself brings you joy. If turning on music and dancing brings you joy, do that. If having a bath gives you joy, do that. If calling a friend or a relative gives you joy, do that. Do that after unplugging yourself from what you have known or the world around you. Keep a journal of joy. That you remember when I told you to tap into, to recognize those moments that makes you happy, or someone says something and you giggle, you see something, and right there, journal those moments, journal those experiences, and consider noting where and how the body held that joyous experience. How did your body heal that joyous experience? If you had that conversation, or you are talking with other people and you smiled, you may recognize, allow yourself flashbacks. You know what I'm saying? To that joyous experience. Focus. Practice a mindful exercise that allows you to access your inner joy. Mindful exercises can be deep breathing. They can be walking, driving, putting your hand out and let the wind, feel the wind. It can be relaxing, sitting down, not doing anything. It can be laying down and breathing, and anything, that you can do. Containment or grounding exercise. Show up for yourself first. Yes, my people. Show up for you before you show up for anybody. Show up for yourself before you show up for anyone. Before you show up for anything, show up for yourself. If you listen attentively to the vibration of your body, and how you move, and you hear this small voice telling you, sit down, relax, do that. Don't ignore. Allow yourself to tap into your inner self and intuition. When the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. The leaves can fall off, but the tree remains grounded. What do I mean? What do I mean with this? If your radical roots of joy, if you allow deeply yourself to, tap into your inner joy, your radical joy, those roots are deep and strong. You shouldn't fear the wind. The leaves will fall off, but your roots are deep and grounded. You can feel shaken a little bit, but you're still stable. You're still stable. Yes, we can face, people calling us names or misgendering us, but the joy, the roots are stable. You can a little bit shake me, but still stable. You get what I'm saying? So have that deeper understanding. Here are some roots to radical joy. For you, my dear, roots to radical joy. The root of joy are deeply connected within us internally. That's what I've been talking about. It is abundant and overshadows all the other emotions and negative experience. If you allow yourself to tap into your radical joy, it will overshadow any negative experience and emotions. That's the power and abundance of joy. Don't underestimate it. Some of the roots of joy is gratitude. Are you grateful for what you have? Are you grateful for what you have overcome? Are you grateful for the unknown? Are you grateful for how far you are going? Yeah. Are you? This is the moment you can take a pause and say, I'm really grateful for today. I'm grateful for John Humphrey. I'm grateful for Radhika now. Just say something. Just say something to yourself, something that you're grateful for. Feel free to post in the chat. Feel free to post in the chat. Feel free to post what you're grateful for, because now we are tapping into our joy. We are tapping into the roots of our joy. I'm grateful for you, Renee. I'm grateful for everyone who is here. Yes, yes. Tap into the roots of joy by being grateful. What are you grateful for? Grateful for relationships and connections. Yes. You are planting deeper roots of joy. Deeper, deeper roots of joy. And that takes us to our inner deeper connection. Whenever you are grateful, whenever you're grateful for John Humphrey, grateful for the relationship and connection, there is a level of growth and alignment, that allows you to softly, easily, have deeper connection with people. I hope that lands in. And attunement. Grateful for learning these days. My children and grandchildren, my partner and relationship, yes. Grateful for family, friends, teachers, leaders. Yes. Now you are literally planting your roots now, your radical roots. Attunement. Are you attuned? I know most of the time we are on our phone, a phone ring, you are doing this, the world is growing, you're catching up with time, this, that, at this point, you get what I'm saying? Stop a moment, take a moment and stop and attune into yourself. Even if it is 1 minute a day, it will make a difference. You will be planting your roots, deeper roots of joy. Take a moment and attune into your joy. And appreciate that you are keeping up with time and all that, everything. Yes, it's okay to take that minute, even if it is 1 minute. Self-awareness. Are you aware of the things that brings you joy in your life? Are you aware of the things that try to take joy away from you? Or you allow to access your joy? Actually, that's the line. You have allowed so many things to access your joy, to tap into your joy. So you reach a point when you need it, when it is in people's places, and you have to bring it back, contain it for you. Are you aware? Do you have that self-awareness that when this moment is joyous, or someone we're going into holidays, you eat with and you feel happy, or when I hold my baby, or my dog makes me happy? Can you, attune into that? The other thing is grief. One of the roots of joy is grief. Allow yourself to grieve. And when I say grief not only the people you have lost, but grief the relationship that are gone. If you had someone, a friend or a family member who was close to you, who brought you some joy, connected, Right now, you don't talk no more, nothing. Allow yourself to grieve those relationships. You know, grieve when you lose something. When something happens to you, allow yourself to grieve. Don't just grieve when you have lost a family or a person. Grieve when you've lost relationship, when you've lost jobs, when you've lost connections. Allow yourself to grieve. If you're going to really ground deeper roots of joy, you need to grieve those relationships. Sit down and cry. It's okay. It's okay to sit down and cry. It's okay to allow yourself to think about those experiences and appreciate what they offered by then when they were there. And right now, acknowledge, okay, you are no longer in my life. I lost that job. I appreciate that job, opened it up, connected me to somebody. Remember the deeper connection? I appreciate maybe you connected with someone through work. I appreciate that. If that relationship no longer exists, acknowledge that. Grieve that. Self-care and self-preservation. Take care of yourself. Preserve yourself. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't. If you have to go, do things for you. Do things for yourself. Do things for your own happiness. If you're one person who like dancing like I do, I turn the music on and I dance. I'm preserving myself. I don't have to go out in the club every night to have that enjoyment. Let me preserve my energy for next day. So having that kind of awareness is important. Celebrate life. Celebrate life. Celebrate every moment you are alive. If we are talking about deeper roots of joy, celebrate life. Celebrate every breath you take. Every time you open your eyes, every time you open your mouth, Papa, you stand up and walk, you move your fingers, celebrate life, celebrate movement, celebrate life. Rebirth, rebirth. Yes, you can. Rebirth those wounded places, take them. Rebirth, rebirth those healed places. So you ground deeper roots of joy for you and your entire generation. I am telling you, allow the tears of joy. Sometimes tears of joy, if you have experienced this, let me know. But you can be there, you're sitting down, and just tears start coming. Tears start coming. Name those tears, especially relating to the situation you're in. Name those tears. Let them lead you to joy. Even if you didn't know what happened, but you just started, crying. Even if when you are listening or watching a documentary, watching a movie, and, name those tears. Share pain. Shared pain, shared pain, shared pain, shared pain, and closure. Yes. Let's keep going. How do you connect to joy? How do you connect to joy? Yes. Perseverance, community, shared lived experience, shared identities, aspirations and values, intentional, inclusive spaces. This is how we connect to joy. The things we are doing that break the chains, creating spaces that were never created for us. Not allowing someone to define who you are. Pick a pen and write down your own history. You're connecting to joy. Relationships. Future. Communities that you are a part of are important to shaping your future. Inspire others. The future is abundant. Endless supply of joy. My ancestors have already done the work. I tell people that. It's time for me to be joyous, celebrate, be who I am. They did the work. They did the work. Yes. Same through the world. How do you connect joy through the world? Culturally sensitivity and competency. Joyous, remarkably event like Christmas, wedding. These are how some people connect. Celebration of lives, shining through other people, showing up with confidence, by show up fully as their authentic self. Through existence, we look at joy as personal. Joy as personal. There are 5 minutes left, So, and I still have more slides. However, I'm going to stop right here. If folks have questions, I will have the presentation. I will share the presentations already shared with John Humphrey. You can tap into it. My ancestors want me to stop right here. And those 5 minutes, let's interact, share. How do you feel? What do you think of what I've been talking about? Do they resonate with you? Joy is personal. Joy is yours. Don't let people tell you I'll bring you joy. I'll give you joy. It is personal and it is driven for your existence and connections. Yes. If folks have questions, I will. It's a long presentation, but how you feel. So feel free to type in the comment, and if you have any questions. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Cardinal. Yes. Thank you, Adebayo, for everything in your presentation. I hope we can all experience moments of radical joy and remind ourselves of our connection to joy. Here is a link to Mentor to share your experience throughout our beautiful, powerful, and touching presentation. Thank you. We need to make the time to experience happiness and find happiness in our lives. Yes, Edward. Yes, we are shy. Thank you. You have given shy a lot of power. Take some away and give it to joy. Take some away and give it to joy. Yes, and don't ever with your joy. Don't let, if you have to express it, if you have to laugh out loud, whether you are in that board meeting, laugh out loud. Joy is contagious. It's okay. Challenge the status quo. Yes. Access joy. Access joy in any way you can, because it's there for you. Sometimes I forget to self-care and experience joy. Thank you for reminding us about joy. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Your joy is contagious. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Edward. Yes, so I have this, presentation. I'll leave it with, you don't have, if you need access to it. Yes, I can take it through with you. No problem. Yes, just consideration of the time. But I want once again to say thank you once again, John Humphrey and the team, for this incredible experience and space. Yeah, Nick is like, the trans community focuses so much on euphoria. It is refreshing to remember you can find joy outside of being trans. 100%. 100%. You can find joy anywhere, but above it all, it's within you. It's within you. Yes. These other entities that can, are branches. They're just branches from your roots of radical joy. These are just branches, for that. But the joy is within you, within yourself. And you can allow it to let it take over. If you are, it takes work, for you to listen to every part of your body, every vein, every muscle, and send a breath there, and send joy to take over. Yes, experience joy in all your dynamics and how you would want that to be. If you're one person who read about joy, let your memory read without opening a book. Let your memory read about joy and joyful experience without noting down. Yes, thank you. Joy should be simple, yet it can be quite complex for some of us. Joy is in the small things. Thank you for the reminder. Absolutely. Very small things. Edward, thank you so much.